Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into something I think pretty much everyone has dealt with at some point. Navigating uh, tricky social situations.
Yeah, those moments when you feel a bit on the outside looking in.
Exactly. Or you hear things being whispered, that whole scuttlebutt thing. We're going to unpack the feeling of exclusion and how rumors play into that.
It really does tap into something fundamental, doesn't it? That desire we all have to belong. Feeling left out or just hearing gossip, it can be, well, unsettling.
For sure. So our mission today isn't just to talk about how it feels, but to maybe get a fresh perspective using some advice on handling scuttlebutt and social exclusion.
And it offers a viewpoint that might be a little surprising.
Definitely. So let's start with terms. Scuttlebutt, the source basically calls it rumor, gossip.
Right, stories flying around that, might have zero truth to them, just background noise that makes you feel like you're missing something.
And that feeling being left out of the loop, it's uncomfortable. The source paints this picture, like trying to join a group, but it's like there's this invisible elastic band just bing, bouncing you back out. You want in, but nope.
It's a great image. Now, here's where the source gets kinda interesting, even a bit counterintuitive.
Okay.
It suggests that being clearly excluded, yeah, it hurts, obviously, but it can actually bring a weird kind of clarity.
Like clarity. How so?
Yeah.
That sounds odd.
Well, think about it. If the lines are super clear, like, okay, this group isn't for me, then you know where you stand. And maybe, just maybe, you stop wasting energy trying to get in where you're not wanted.
Okay, right. So instead of that constant guessing, do they like me? Am I really part of this?
Exactly. That mental churn, it's exhausting. Clear exclusion, while upsetting, cuts through that ambiguity. You're not in that limbo anymore.
So you can redirect that energy, find people who do value you.
Precisely. And this leads to something really striking, the source says.
Okay.
It calls this clarity a potential blessing in disguise.
Whoa, okay. A blessing. That feels strong for being excluded.
Well, there's a big if attached. It's a blessing if the exclusion isn't, your fault if you haven't actually done something to deserve it.
Okay. That makes more sense. So if it's not on you.
Then the advice is to use the situation to our advantage, which kind of puts the ball back in your court, doesn't it? It makes you think, okay, what can I do now?
Like focus on other friendships.
Yeah.
Or maybe a hobby. Find a different group.
Yeah, exactly. Proactive stuff. Which brings us to this great quote of the day the source includes from Will Rogers.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Never miss a good chance to shut up.
Okay, blunt. How does that fit in here?
Well, think about it with Scuttlebutt, right? Don't add fuel to the fire. Don't spread the rumors yourself.
Or maybe don't react instantly when you feel pushed out. Like take a breath instead of lashing out.
Exactly. Sometimes silence, or just choosing your words carefully, is the smartest move. It avoids making things worse.
But what if it's not malicious? What if it's just a misunderstanding? People drifted apart, maybe?
The source mentions that too. It talks about allowing regrowth to happen organically. Sometimes you just need patience.
Don't force it.
Right. Trying too hard to push your way back in or overthinking everything, that might actually get in the way of things naturally mending, if they're going to.
So pulling this all together,
Yeah.
it sounds like the main takeaway is about being resilient
Yeah.
and handling these social shifts with a bit of grace.
I think that's it. Acknowledge that it stings. Sure, that's human. But don't let it crush your self-worth. And maybe, just maybe, see the potential upside in that unexpected clarity.
Right. So we've touched on the discomfort, the potential clarity, thinking before you speak, and just bouncing back.
Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener. Think back to a time you felt excluded. Knowing this now, does it shift your perspective on that experience at all?
Could seeing those boundaries clearly, even if you didn't choose them, actually be a way to, like, protect your own energy, redirect it somewhere better?
Something to reflect on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.